Tainan produces many special agricultural products because of healthy soil. Water also plays an important role. Jianan Canal and Wushantou Reservoir has been utilized from Japanese colonial rule to today. An original Tainan watercourse supplying households in Sanshang district is planned to be restored as a museum. Let's watch the watercourse trip in Tainan. Hi, I'm Katie. Today I'm in Wushantou Reservoir, and of course I knew someone who is really familiar with this place, also one of my friends, Yu Zhen. Hi, 你好.
Hello.
Let's follow me and her to have fun in this place. Let's go! The Wushantou Reservoir and Jianan Canal irrigation system was built in 1920 during Japanese rule. Japanese engineer Yoichi Hata took charge of design, supervision, and construction. Through cooperation of Japanese and Taiwanese technicians and laborers, this irrigation infrastructure was successfully completed. Now, Jianan Irrigation Association is in charge of operation and management. Link of Jianan Canal Irrigation Work System, Zhuoshui River in central Taiwan and Jiangwen River in southern Taiwan cover irrigation areas across Yunlin, Jiayi, and Tainan. Incorporating with the 3-year rational irrigation system, we dramatically increase number of rice paddies and rice fields. Many agricultural social groups and settlements have been formed. Among them, the main irrigation subsystems are South Branch Line, North Branch Line, and Zhou Branch Line. There are other branch systems. Workstations are set up along irrigation lines. Additionally, there are drains, levees, and dikes. Wushantou Reservoir crosses Guantian District and Liujia District of Tainan City. The reservoir was built with releasing semi-hydraulic filling engineering methods. Wushantou Reservoir has the bank length of 1,273 meters, height of 56 meters, and a full capacity of 13 square meters. It holds total water volume of 150 million tons, the largest one in Asia during that time and the world's top 3 reservoir. Its length of irrigation water course totals 10,000 kilometers. It supplies water to 115,000 hectare farmlands of Jianan Plain. With irrigation and landform, Jianan Plain solved flooding, drought, and salinization problems. After removing these 3 obstacles and completing the whole construction, agricultural production volume of Jianan Plain increased dramatically. That benefits 600,000 farmers. Rice, sugarcane, and other crops reached an annual volume of 330,000 tons. Due to great contribution, Yoichi Hata was named father of Jianan Canal and father of Wushantou Reservoir.
Katie， 我们现在所在的这个地方呢，就是八田羽衣祭祀的这个铜像。
Unlike other stages, this cover stages was built when Yoichi Hata was still alive.
它这个铜像呢，是采用他当时在思考说，因为我们这个水库以及这个台湾的水利设施该怎么建造，他席地而坐的姿势。
Wow, I want to know more about him. Could you tell me more?
那八田羽衣祭司呢，是在1886年的时候，在日本的石川县的金泽市出生的。1910年呢，从东京帝国大学毕业后不久，就来到我们台湾了。
Yoichi Hata helped to build Wushantou Reservoir, Salmon Lake Hydropower Station, Kaohsiung Port, Taoyuan Main Irrigation Canal System, and Tainan Underground Drainage System. He participated in all important construction projects. He helped to reach an important milestone of Taiwan's hydraulic development. Yoichi Hata, on the day when the reservoir was completed, May 5th in 1942, was sent to the Philippines by Japanese government to conduct field studies on the public irrigation facilities. he was missioned to do what he had done for Taiwan and would go to assist the Philippines. Unfortunately, 3 days after their boat left Taiwan on May 8 nearby the East China Sea, the shipwreck occurred.
在当时呢，船上总共有1360个人，有817个人丧生。八田鱼技师呢，就是其中之一。那他享年56岁。
Each year on May 8, in front of the statues of Yoshihata at Ushanto Reservoir, a memorial ceremony and concert is held to show our appreciation for his construction of Ushanto Reservoir and contribution to agricultural development of Jianan Plant. During our interview, we have an unexpected visitor who brought a bundle of flowers here to show his respect. He is the architect of Yoshihata Memorial Park, Mr. Shinichi Chino.
Today I'm so lucky to meet the architecture designer, Mr. Shinichi here. Also, Mr. Shinichi, may I ask you that why, or the original idea, why makes you to
No, we have no idea, but we got a very, very small picture. Only one.
Only one picture.
Yeah.
By part of an old photo of the architecture, the collapsed Hata's residence was repaired. It was a very hard work.
Katie， 我们现在所在这个地方呢，就是八田鱼纪念园区。走，那我们现在一起进去参观吧。
No problem.
我们这个八田鱼纪念园区呢，是在100年的5月8号刚落成启用的，所以它算是一个比较新的景点。那在当时候呢，所有的技术人员以及工作人员都居住在此。
There were 68 Japanese-style buildings accommodating 234 household units and more than 1,000 inhabitants. Now at the park, we restored 4 Japanese-style buildings and 2 warehouses. Located at the side of warehouse, our 3D animation home. The other side is our shop.
在日式建筑物的部分，我们每个礼拜都有开放一栋可以入内参观。
So as you mentioned, there are 4 residents preserved well here, and I think they must include Hata Yoichi's home. So I was wondering which ones belongs to him.
走，那我们一起过去看喽。
Okay, let's go.
Katie， 你知道吗？现在我们后面所看到这一栋呢，就是以前八田鱼技师他所住的这个房。
Wow, really? That's so amazing.
那这4栋的话来说，我们现在的话都是以它的名字下去做命名的，所以像第2栋这个日式建筑物的话来说，就是叫做八田宅。那 Katie， 我们一起进去里面参观吧。
Sure, let's go.
以前的话，在这里的宿舍就是日式建筑，都是采用太古落工法造成的。
Simply speaking, with Taiko construction method, a wood board was cut into 2 or 3 pieces to replace angle sections. But this construction method requires master skills of a carpenter to build the constructor.
那在台湾当时也是非常的少见，现在的话更少见了。
This is the rain protection panel. This type of wooden architecture is vulnerable to water. When a typhoon comes or it rains heavily, we need to have this panel to protect the structure. So when it rains, the panels are used to prevent doors, windows, or tatami from getting wet. When it shines, these panels are stored in the bags without occupying extra spaces.
Katie， 我们现在所进来的这个地方呢，就是八田鱼技师他们的书房那兼他的办公室做使用。
Here is a Western-style building, different from general Japanese-style buildings. If you look at the doors and windows, you will find they are elevated.
然后人家也是说，因为八田鱼技师他本身他的身高比较高一点，所以如果说他住一般的那种日式建筑物的话来说，他可能有时候一不小心就会撞到头。对。
So this is Hata Yoichi's home, but not only home, he also built an office in here. He must be a very hard-working person. And this place basically is kind of a big office. And I also noticed one thing is that the ceiling in this office is higher than other rooms. It's so interesting.
Katie， 你现 现在旁边的这个铜像呢，是巴廷于祭司的老婆外代树夫人，她的铜像是在前年的9月1日，也就是我们迦南大圳的开工纪念日这一天，刚运到我们乌山头水库来的。
The kit held by Madame Toyokihata was her fourth daughter, who was born at Ushanto Reservoir. Her name is Yoshiko. These two trees at the courtyard were brought and planted by them, respectively a wonton tree and a mango tree. Many Japanese-style buildings are now discarded or idle. They need to be restored to their original appearance, but at Ushanto Reservoir, we still use them.
Think about Hata Yoichi's contributions and his romantic, tragic stories before you come. You will find this place more meaningful, and everything you experience here will be different. For example, when I went into Hata Yoichi's residence, even though the furniture and things displayed in there are not really what he used back then, but when I looked at the portrait and the photos of him and his family, it still moved me a lot. So this place, the Memorial Park, is really a good place for you to pay a visit.
那在20世纪初的时候呢，嘉南平原呢大部分都是旱田。那看天田呢，顾名思义呢，就是没有灌溉系统，一切只等雨水的这个土地。因此，当时的嘉南平原呢，饱受盐害、洪水、干旱等困扰。
When Jianan irrigation waterways were completed in 1930, everything was changed. Construction of Ushanto Reservoir began in 1920 and was completed in 1930. The interval lasted for a decade. After Ushanto Reservoir was completed in 1930, it was the largest one in East Asia and the world's top 3. The adjacent Big Dam was also the only wet reservoir dam in Asia. Its scale was second to none. Thus, civil engineering scholars would name the Big Dam as Hata Dam in honor of Yoichi Hata.
那我们把时间呢拉回到了现在，这个乌山头水库呢是嘉南平原最大的灌溉渠圳，嘉南大圳最主要的水源，堪称嘉南农田水利会之命脉哦。当时的预估的寿命，我们这乌山头水库预估的寿命是50年。那从19年盖好到现在，已经有85年的历史，还是可以正常的做使用。那 Kitty， 我们现在所在的这个地方呢，就是旧送水口的部分。旧送水口旁边这一个长长的柱子呢，就是平压塔。
The function of the surge tank is to balance water pressure inside the pipeline of old inlet.
那 Kitty， 我们现在所在的这个部分呢，就是吊桥哦。
This suspension bridge was built in 1930 at a total length of 97 meters.
主要的功用呢，就是给当时的巡林人员以及对面大旗的村民他们主要的出入的要道。
Wow, it's an historical suspension bridge. Can we walk on that?
当然啊，走吧。
Great.
Walking on the suspension bridge, you will see the beautiful scenery. The view here is just magnificent. It's an ideal place for taking a walk.
If you think that Ushanto Reservoir sounds like a boring place, you are way too wrong. It's a place that's full of history. Mr. Hata, he had done many great works and brought us convenience. His unique techniques makes today's water reservoir and overseas facilities. So how about you spend half a day in a place like this? Serene, peaceful, maybe quiet? Sounds not bad, isn't it?